Oh, a surprise. A different day. Instead of it being the usual Friday that I used to do my stream, I am now doing it on Thursday for just this week because of a little event called TwitchCon that is happening in Rotterdam this week. I am going to go there already on Friday, so I won't be here. And instead of canceling the stream like I would usually do, I don't do that anymore. I move it. I move the streams either a day ahead or a day before, but because they had to be Saturday and then the event would actually be, I'm not doing that, so we're doing Stormworks today. So yeah. Let's hope the storm wants to work. Yep. Oh boy. Oh boy, things are doing what they're doing. Also, a slight improvement over last stream. I now have around me a border. Kind of know where my camera reach actually is. And yeah, just an overall improvement. What I also have is, which I will be eating during the stream, is brownie that I've made, which is delicious. And I have some strawberries and whipped cream. You gotta make brownies more often. Although it is dangerous. Because of one thing. They are just delicious. So you make them and then you eat them all in almost in one go if you're not careful. Which means you're gonna make more. Hmm. Adding strawberries with it makes it even better. Oh, bad decisions. Bad decisions. Potential bad decisions. Strawberries, brownies, and whipped cream. A combination. Come on, do that last 10%, please. Or else I'm not gonna have any food left. But the brownie seems to be falling apart. Yeah, I'm already gonna be leaving tomorrow morning for TwitchCon because Friday is the day you pick up your badge. You can also do it Saturday or Sunday if you're just going Sunday. But if you do it on Friday, then you have then when you go Saturday or Sunday, you will not suffer from a incredibly long queue where you just have to wait and wait and wait. But you can actually do something. You can stand in a shorter queue, you can enter quicker. Alright. I do have the air conditioning system. The only thing is I have to taste a brownie in my mouth. What kind of things does this have, logic? Temp A, temp B, on, off. Did I get these rooms connected? Yes, I think I did get all these rooms connected. Then we're up here, which... Means I could do some designing in here, make more rooms. Or I make more rooms up here first. Which I think I'm gonna do because... more rooms. After eating some strawberries. Although the ship is getting really framey already. We're running a solid 20 RPS, 20 FPS here. Let's see. You want to have like a walkway, which would be this. Now you can barely walk here. You want to have some walking space. You want to have multiple people being able to walk next to each other. You might want to put some seating down. Yeah, this seems to be the way to go. It means that I can build the wall like this. Oh wait, symmetry mode. Aha, now I got it early. Can I turn the grid lines off? No, that doesn't work. What is causing this lag? Wait, was it the warning labels? No, they definitely did something turning the warning labels off. Because I'm still doing cosmetic stuff. I don't want to have to... Wait, why can I... Oh, that's a wedge. Whoops. This is all just adding weight to the ship as well. And... I think till like... right there. And what if I do the inside? If I do it 20, you have one walkway in the middle. You have one hallway in the middle. I think I could put the doors here. If I'm going to do sliding doors, it doesn't matter. We're going to put one at the front, one room at the front here. Like this can be a luxury room where you can actually look at the front of the ship and just vibe. Let me, in the meantime, do one combination of brownie and strawberry again. No, I want my room bigger. Like this is a room with a window here. Why do you not? Oh yeah, this is where the engine room is. Yeah. Also means that back here is gonna need to be a room. Ooh, and these pipes are gonna be an annoyance. This is engineering. And then fill the wall in, and boom. This should actually give more buoyancy, now that I think about it. Then do it like this. Then you have a little area here. I can block off a little bit as well. Then I'm gonna save it. Then I'm gonna press the spawn in button, which will take a while to spawn in because it's a big creation. I mean, it's the length of the building area. Accidentally pressed R. There we go. Let's blow my nose real quick. Yeah, and then we open this door. We are met with a walkway. And then you have this room, which will be one room. Then you can walk right here. You can look into other people's rooms while looking out over the water. Food. Big fan of food. This is not where the engine control room is. Damn it. Need to go one floor up. So this is starting up. Crying. I mean, it's about to kick off. As soon as it reaches 2, it starts to. Yeah, see, now you have a running engine. Oh, wait, that's a fuel tank. Never mind. I was like, oh well, what's in this hatch? Fuel. I hope I have the clutch connect. Do I have the clutch? Hold on, I want to check something. Because you set the engine RPS at in the engine room, right? But what if I connect for now, get the W and S, because everybody uses W, S, and D. D's nuts. And we connect it to this simple clutch. Then we jump, hopefully land on top of the ship. Press the home button so we can free cam really into the engine room. Set the RPS to like 10. Rank it. Yeah, man. And now we're moving. At an incredibly slow pace. Apparently it can't handle full clutch. It just can't. Wait, I do have my papers here, right? So I do have the... Yeah, I do have my papers that allow me to that have valuable information on them. This is aiming towards the engine, so you...
Hello.
Hello. I need to point it away from the engine. Why have I pointed it towards the engine? I need more torque.
Oh, apparently she responded.
Oh.
I'm a digital artist. I create custom
Oh, come on.
animation, including PFP, banner, logos, overlays, alerts, 2D and 3D models, and VTuber models, emotes, etc.
So, I would say send her your own art. Like,
Yeah, I could.
to me, that's... I think both of us are surprised by the fact that they are sending artists. Like,
Well, they don't know that I'm an artist.
nah, that is true. You're not advertising it, which you could. You could show your art, but you could put in your bio. But
Actually, I don't know if it is. Wait, do I even have a bio? No, I don't.
Yeah.
How do I add a bio?
Discord settings.
Let's see.
Or profile settings or wherever. Bed.
Oh, is
That's
it the about me?
a little bit. Also, you can see what I have done to mine. Because I used to
Engineer, artist,
I
and
used to have
writer
forever I used to
of
have engineer in progress, right? Because I
yeah,
was studying to become an engineer. Now it
yeah.
says no longer an engineer in progress.
Engineer, artist, and writer of effed up things.
That could give people. The funny thing is that could give people the wrong idea,
Yeah, that's true.
which is arguably even funnier.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna make that effed up. Why did I make that a capital F? Effed up.
Like effed up things, but like what? Like horror or porn? Those are two very different. This can be two very different fucked up things. Even worse if they're combined.
Right. What do I say before I ban?
Pretty bad. I would just send like a bunch of art
I could.
and then say wrong person.
Hold on. Let me. What do I send? I could send some of my thumbnails because they are somewhat recent.
Deviant art.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just link my DeviantArt. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Hold on. So we have that.
Right, what if I then put a closet here?
Unfortunate. Wait. What do you write? Unfortunately. Unfortunately, bracket for you. Close bracket.
Oh, that's
I'm
that is funny.
already an artist myself. I drew my EFP banner and things and have no need. Here's my DeviantArt.
I wonder how they are even gonna respond to that.
Hold on. Let me also just get some of my like thumbnails or something.
This is where the
And
shower unit is gonna be.
some recent YouTube thumbnail. What do I have? Pictures, thumbnails.
Should put my phone on the stand. You know what I'm also messaging Jim for the first time, or who has messaged me for the first time in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas.
You know, that's funny. Because I also had something to do with Lucas, I think, maybe.
Doesn't he still owe you money?
Technically. I don't give a shit. Like, I wasn't even gonna ask him for payment. He was like, no, I'll give you $5 for it.
And then he didn't give you $5.
No, actually, no, he tried, but, like, PayPal just doesn't want to work.
Ah.
Alright, so now I have... Unfortunately for you, I'm already an artist myself. I drew my PFV banner and things and have no need. Here's my DeviantArt and some recent YouTube thumbnails.
On one hand, it almost seems like bullying. On the other hand, not at all.
Alright, I'm not gonna ban yet. I'm really curious what's gonna happen.
For some reason, my nose decides to run right now, so. At least it's not red.
But no, I had speaking of my David art, because you know because I made his I made a profile picture for Lucas, right? That he still uses on Discord and on his YouTube, as far as I know. I mean, I haven't checked his YouTube, but I assume it's still there if it's also still on his Discord.
Yeah.
And I also uploaded that to my David art at the time. And someone yesterday, or like this, like I guess this night, like it was there when I woke up. Someone gave it a like.
Yes. So.
It's the second favorite it's ever got. But this is an artwork from over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So how?
Good question. Also,
Like, did someone just get it recommended? Did someone check my page and just really like that one specifically?
wait, you know what you can do? You can make very easy money drawing characters for people, because what you do is you take like you make a blank head.
Wait.
And you basically ask people like, oh, you want the hi, like you just say, oh, you want you want a profile picture made. Well, what do you want your character to look like? And then you just grab that basic template and just change a couple things about it, and then just send that. Like you make just a blank head. All you do is just add the face, add the hair, and everything, and just the basics. Oh, I need a pump here. Hold on. This is gonna be a shower unit, so it's gonna need a pump, so you can actually turn the shower on. And I guess because the shower has a center, we're gonna put a nozzle after we put a pipe in there.
Look, Joe, I could just do this.
Hold on for a second.
Did you just ban me?
No, you've been putting a timeout for 10 minutes.
You know I can't. I know I also can't moderate.
I have a rule: no advertising. One of the funniest.
Theoretically, though. Hey, theoretically.
Like you very easily could.
You know, at least I would be better than the until now 100% of the people that actually try that on Twitch that I have interacted with. Because so far all of them were clearly using AI or stealing. Either one. It sometimes it's hard to tell. But they had like so many different art styles that I'm like, that is not one person.
And also, like as you said before, you can make good art with AI, but it has to be AI assisted, not AI generated. Instead of, if you're saying a prompt and shoving that on the internet saying I made this, no. But if you're saying, oh hey, I have generated this, it looks a little bit weird, so let me add my style to it. It could be a great way to start as an artist, and then you do a little bit more yourself, and then eventually go on to do your own.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my nose is not cooperating. There we go. Alright, I've added the shower and a port to exhaust all the air that gets into the system. So I guess I can grab everything now and just say go from there all the way to here and push it down all the way. How much do I have right now? Do we have both sides? Yes, I do. And we are going to be copying this all along the way.
Unfortunately, I think she is only awake, like, after midnight because
Oh, at the
apparently she
windows.
already sent it. Apparently, I just didn't notice today that she sent it, but it was sent like at nearly 1 o'clock last night.
Yeah. Also, the Ratchet set that I ordered a while, like, that I wanted an auction on Friday.
Wait, I'm dumb. I should also send her my YouTube channel. Who knows? Maybe it's a new subscriber.
The Ratchet set that I want arrived today. And I have to say, well, it actually arrived yesterday. No, that's the wrong way. Like, it arrived... Ooh, oh, it goes too far. It goes too far. Alright, we cannot add another room. Oh wait, we possibly could add another room. Hold on, let me move it in. 3 blocks. Does it give us enough space? Ooh, barely. It just doesn't, it just isn't enough. Well, let me first merge these together. There we go.
I could make it even funnier. I could reverse the question. If you need anything. No, I won't do that. I don't have time for that. I mean, she probably wouldn't say yes, but like, she would.
Yeah, but look, but my Ratchet like arrived yesterday, but they sent it to to the neighbor, but the neighbors, but didn't notify me. There are a large number of physics shapes. Large number of physics shapes. Well, you have this, which is a lot of physics shapes. You have all these rooms. I guess I could use a physics... I could make a physics flutter for some spaces.
Alright, I'm gonna continue building my statue. Never mind, Minecraft has to update friggin' launcher.
Also, if you need stone for it,
Well, I need to first finish designing the thing.
yeah. But if you ever need stone for it, for the love of God, please take it from me. I have too much stone. Turns out that digging a massive tunnel underground, which I first wanted to use for horses, but I've laid rails in them so you can use them for transporting anything via rail, because rail is superior to horses. Right. Physics flooders. Where will I be able to use those? To flood the physics. Because a physics flooder will flood an entire area with physics. Also, which basically means that that room is not accessible anymore. It is seen as a solid. Like, I can very easily do it with my fuel tank. Actually, I am gonna do it with my fuel tank. Blood. For optimization. It allows it to be one solid thing without sacrificing integrity. So it should now possibly not give the warning anymore. Oh wait, doors are the large amount of shapes probably. But I removed some of them. Wait, I pressed spawn, right? Yeah. With a large amount of physics shapes. One of my first, only a couple of creations that I've made have given me that warning. With a large amount of physics shapes. Wait, let's actually check. Is it still correct back here? Yeah. So this line here, I think, is the line in. Yes, this is the line in. So if I just do that one, I'm gonna... No, I shouldn't. No, not like that. No. Spawn it in. Spawn it in. Edit the vehicle in the zone. But I am now the owner of a massive ratchet set. And I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I spent like 80 euros to buy it at an auction, and then 30, like just over 30 to send it to me. And that combined, right? So I spent like 110 bucks. Oh well. The price on the box, like there was a price on the box actually, and it said 500 or like 499. Which means that I got I basically got 80% off. Where I can very easily calculate how much off I got. Where's my bloody calculator? There.
You can die in...
And this should be enough length. So I paid only 22% of wait, 100 minus 22.44%. I basically got 77.5% off. And they are it is lightly used, like there are some small scratches. But I am going to be using it because train seats, like I said, the train seats, they need to be disassembled. Otherwise, transporting it is a pain in the ass. Right, pump it in. Fill up the fuel tank. Or not fill up the fuel tank, fill up the ship. Like what should be happening right now is that the ships that are, the part of the ship that has ventilation. I think I connected one side to a pump now that is pumping water into the ship. To an exhaust that is kind of pushing fluid out. Shut up, LinkedIn, I do not care. It is pumping water now. Which should mean that if I go below deck, let's... No, I used electric doors. Oh, I am stupid. I didn't use the manual doors, I used electric ones. I used the old door. The door that used to be in the game. Like, this area also needs ventilation still. But let's take this room, for example. If we go in here, we realize that there are 44 liters per second entering this room. And in the meantime, this is exiting. Wait, no, I need to check something. I need to bring the ship back in. Did I put an air thing in there? Yes, I did. Alright. So let's start over again, because I did actually put like a gas relief valve, so only the air gets pushed out. The water doesn't get pushed away. Oh wait, but I didn't replace the doors. Hold on. Like all these rooms with their electric doors that are useless. Yeah, I grabbed this sliding door electric instead of the normal sliding door. I was wondering where the handle went. Hehe. Because it's electric, it's operated by a button. Something that used to be the case for every creation in Stormworks. Like, you only had the electric doors, and if you want a hinged door, you had to use the docking door. Or dock door. Also, I need to go to the toilet, so... Jim.
Yes.
Do you have a story?
Where was I in the Trojan War again?
I don't know, but I'm gonna go to the toilet, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, if you can entertain my chat.
I can't see your chat because you still have me kicked. Is he already gone? I don't know if he's still gone, but where was I in the Trojan War? I think where Troy was actually surrounded. Right. So, by the way, I forget what the bad guys were even. Well, I don't know if bad guys is not the right word, but the enemies of Troy. I forget what they were called. Like, I forget where they came from, other than that their leader was Agamemnon. But, wasn't Achilles guys called the Myrmidon? I don't know. But when Troy was surrounded, um, the enemies of Troy actually like they couldn't breach the wall, right? Like Troy had a very good defensive wall, and they couldn't work around that. So instead, they just started going around the country, just pillaging villages and raping women because that's yeah, of course. And basically, uh, it's been way too long since I read this story, man. uh, why can I not think of what the thing was? Right. This lasted for like 10 years. Like literally 10 years where they could not advance. Like none of the parties actually really achieved anything. Uh, which made the troops that Agamemnon had kind of bored, including Achilles. Important note, by the way, Achilles actually also had like a slave woman. But we actually treated pretty well. So that's nice. Um, it's actually pretty difficult trying to think, like, remember a story while you're concentrating on something else.
I have returned.
Okay, I have barely proceeded because I can't remember the story while I'm trying to concentrate on something else.
Ah. Well, I don't know.
So all that you missed is that Agamemnon's troops started pillaging and pillaging towns and raping women when they couldn't pass the wall of Troy for 10 years. That was a good ass wall.
Yes. But yeah, my body was like, you just ate a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get rid of it.
Yeah, that's how the body works, Joe. Supposedly.
I understand that.
If you have a
But
problem with it, go talk to God or something.
or a doctor. If your
I
body
don't-
doesn't want to get rid
I
of the
don't
food
kn-
you've eaten,
I
then you
don't know if
might
a
be blocked.
doctor can help you with this.
Just super glue it shut. You should be fine. Disclaimer, that is not proper health advice. Do not super glue it shut. Your body will not agree with you and will start disagreeing with you even more.
Or do and send us the results in the name of science. Especially tell us when you're gonna die of having too much waste in your body.
Well, the problem is that laxatives won't help at that point. Usually if you're blocked up, you'll be given laxatives and then just wait it out.
I will fund your funeral.
You know how expensive those are?
I will partially fund your funeral.
You know funerals can easily be $5 grand, right?
Oh, I have $5 grand. But no, I was kind of thinking of like, I don't know.
Do you realize how many graphics cards you can buy for that?
1.5 maybe.
One. Obviously depends on the graphics card itself. Like, are you gonna go for an expensive one for a cheap one? That matters. Somewhat.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But, yeah. Right now, this should be pumping in liters upon liters of water. This is getting rid of the nitrogen. And it's see, this is what's happening here. If you look at the nitrogen level, it is going down. If you look at the seawater level, that is slowly going up.
Yeah, if only I could see that, like.
You are in timeout for like 10 minutes.
Well, it still says I'm in timeout right here, unless I have to reload. Is that what I need to do? Nope. No, I'm still timed out.
You were timed out for 600 seconds, which is 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know at what time you started it.
Me neither.
Feels like 10 minutes should have passed by now.
Yeah. Yeah, nitrogen is slowly exiting. Why is there just only nitrogen in this tank and not the fresh water that I was supposed to put in there? There's supposed to be fresh water in there, right? There's supposed to be fresh water in there, not just nitrogen. Yeah, this room is slowly pushing in water, which means air is slowly going away. Like, you could very subtly start to scuttle the ship that way. Like, I will put a sneaky scuttle button in there to kind of indicate that, alright, this will very sneakily scuttle the ship. Like, not immediately, it will just sneakily start filling up the ship. You won't know. Why is this like this? Like, you won't notice it until it's too late. Like, see, this tank is slowly getting more and more water and little less nitrogen. Oh wait, the nitrogen's increasing now? Oh, I should probably turn player damage off before I start suffocating. Yeah, hopefully what will happen is slowly but surely the seawater will increase. The water that's getting pumped in here is gonna start filling the room up. Wait, where is the actual shower unit here?
You know, my brain finally started to brain.
Like, where does this actually vent? Or does this not vent to anywhere?
I've been
Oh,
filling
these showers
in
don't vent.
this wing by hand, and then I realized that I have Axiom and can just select it and just smear it over the entire thing, and then I just need to do the texturing manually.
Yes. Yeah, if you're done, you need like multiple shulkers of just stone or cobblestone. All you have to do is go to my storage and take it from there. Because I have like three shulker boxes and like 2 double chests worth of stone. And it's only going to be increasing because of this little thing called, you know, a tunnel. Like, I first dug the tunnel and did not give any thought to the rest of damages. Yeah, a little bit is entering, but I didn't pay much attention to the inside decoration. I just dug out the tunnel. So now I've come to the terrible conclusion that I also need to change the tunnel a little bit. Like, you need to put an interior inside, and the parts where it goes through an ocean, I need to do an outside. I still need to design the outside. Yeah, basically this entire ship is flooded. Like, every bit of the ship that has air conditioning is now flooding. Like, these rooms don't have it yet, but the part below here does. Like, yeah, like, this is just taking in the water. I think these rooms are the rooms that are kind of filling up the quickest. Which should mean that if I go up and to the back, if I go right here, well, this one should be 4.21, 4.22. Is it slowly increasing? I think it's slowly increasing, actually. Because if we go all the way up, we should see a little bit of exhaust. Or what's happening is all the air is being pushed out, but not yet out of the system. it's first being pushed towards other rooms. Like, I think the smaller rooms are filling up first because those have the littlest amount of air, so they have less compression. So the air is being pushed out. That's a thing. Air is being pushed. It's just that water, like in the smaller rooms, there's water. In the larger rooms, there's no water yet. And if I open this door, it kind of opens it up a little bit. Like, see, it takes all this air. Also this, if I teleport to one of the corner rooms, right here where I failed to put a vent for the shower. No, it is not one of these rooms. I think it's on the other side of the ship. It's one of the front rooms, actually. No, it is the back room. One of the back rooms. These rooms. Yeah, like, this is now 0.05 liters of water into it, but the nitrogen level is increasing. But also these rooms are getting more and more water. Stored fluid, it is increasing by a little bit per second. Yeah, the pressure's not there at all, so as soon as this pressure increases to too much, it starts to vent out here, which it already started. And it's just pushing air into the ship. To the point where... Oh, tapping out of the game is also not a smart idea. To where this... Is it me or is it lower than it was before? Is it already really starting to flood? Oh wait, never mind. Like, this is a bigger area, which I guess has only gets a little bit of water out and a little bit of in. I guess I can open up this room to it as well. And then shut this. Should be filling up this room. Might be smart if I want to simulate this system to actually include a meter into this. A liquid meter. So the liquid meter is going to be at the front here. Yep, this wall is safe. Boom. Also, it is now time to fix those showers at the back of the ship. Because these have no vent at all. So they don't get any ventilation. So I guess what I do is this, then up. Guess I have to branch off. I guess aim up. Gas relief valve. A fluid flow valve, which is going to be 3 tall, of course. Which then means we're going to be venting in this area here. Where, surprise, surprise, I haven't put a room here. Can not vent at the back? No. I could vent to the side, but...
Okay, I think the whole timeout thing does not really work because I'm still timed out.
Oh, that means you can't send a message.
No, I can't even see the stream at all.
Slightly concerning.
Oh, wait.
I'm just gonna continue on until you say something else. Is my tea cold already? No, my my mug is empty.
Oh. Wait. That's very interesting.
What?
I think as you time me out, I'm not a moderator anymore. I think
Hey,
that's what the problem was.
can you just send a message in chat so I can make you moderator again?
Hey. I'm a 2D artist.
Let's see. Oh yeah, it unmods you, apparently.
That's funny.
Whoops.
I
Sorry.
was gonna give myself a warning, by the way. I wanted to see if that was possible. I guess I could still check that. No, I can't. Aww.
The length changed again. Also, I don't understand Snapchat at all with their print suggestions. I've turned that off. They still send me them. And the real problem is, I get them from people that I'm not even friends with. I get them from, like I got one earlier today from one of my sister's friends. Then the question is, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, all the news know me from being the little brother. Nothing more, really. So, what's the... I could add them on Snapchat, but then again, I wouldn't... Eh? Right, see, now we're venting. Did I set it to empty instead of fresh water? Hmm. Also, Jim, I already have something to talk about for next week's podcast.
Oh no.
And it is candy related.
Huh?
Apparently, they found cannabis
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
in candy.
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
I'm just wondering, how do you manage that?
Well, I get maybe they're having a tough time.
No, because it was in bagged candy.
Yeah.
So it
They were
had to...
just having a tough time, so they're trying to Like trying some new things.
Trying to increase sales to get trying to
Yeah.
increase sales by just saying, "We'll give you."
Yeah, they're trying a new marketing strategy.
Yeah, that doesn't work because people get sick. And then when people get sick, it is often after they find out there are drugs in your candy. They are not going to be like, "Oh, whoops!" They're going to go after the company. They are not going to they're not going to take it lying down. They're going to complain about it. And I
Right,
mean,
is that good enough? I think it is.
everybody would honestly. Wait, is the oxygen and nitrogen increasing? Oh, of course it's increasing. It's increasing those levels. It's venting through. Oh, that means that this one should be pretty low. Yeah, I think this one was a lot higher. Like this one isn't, but this one. The reason. Ooh,
Alright.
this is a little bit weird, right? This fuel tank needs to fill up before it actually starts filling the room up. But what's happening is right now there's water coming in, right? There are 44 liters per second worth of water flowing in. That does mean that this is exhausting, which is starting to do more and more. But this fuel tank is also increasing in pressure. And there's just it is gaining liters per second. Seawater is slowly going in. That also means that this should be forcing more and more gas out of it. Because, the flow valve. It cannot flow the other way, it has to flow up and out. Through this port that's here. Which is reaching the 2 liters per second out, but there's almost 2 going in. So there should be... Yeah, the amount of nitrogen and oxygen is increasing right now. It is going up. But that also means that the more water comes in, like there's more and more water getting in. We get water into this room. We get air out. We also increase the pressure in this tank, which slowly fills with water as well as oxygen and nitrogen, which is being pushed from this room. So the air in this room is being replaced by water. But because of how this works, the shower is pumping stuff out. At least the shower is also venting. Which means that slowly but surely the pressure in this water tank increases. The water increases as well. Like, the thing is, there's like 3.2 liters entering and there's a little bit less going out. That's why there's an increase in nitrogen and oxygen. In the meantime, we have this pumping in the water. We have this pulling the water out. I'm going to bet that if I open up this door, this area also isn't vented yet, but I haven't found a way to vent that room. I just realized I installed a sensor in this room, in this level, in the logic room. See, there's slowly but surely, with fresh water as well as seawater. Oh well, we are getting fluid in here. So this room is actively flooding. So this ship is actively sinking. All because I dropped something in the water, which is shown here. You get, and here it is slowly starting to vent out. I'm just waiting for the ship to sink at this point. No, wrong room. Need to go up here. And I guess in here is in here again. This one, yep. This room shows once again more and more water entering. And more water going, more and more air going out. Wait, this tank is basically full. You have 31.25 total capacity. Yeah, it is filled up already. That's why the pressure's increasing. Because you can put more air, because air is compressible. That's why compressors always use air. Hydraulics are not compressible. You cannot compress water. Like, you can change the density of air. Liquids, you can't. Which is why hydraulics are stronger than pneumatics. Because pneumatics are suffering from this little thing called I have to compress it first. While hydraulics can push immediately. That's... Oi, 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 you are not connected. Wait, wasn't this one connected? Did I connect this one? I did. Yeah, this one should also be venting a little bit. But this one is venting more. As this one is also slowly exiting. If I open this room, does the amount of fluid going increase? Drastically. This isn't vented, so if this was vented, I would open it up. Also, I should also vent the stairway so I can flood the stairway. No, let's do that first. Let's also, at the end of this stream, I will write down what I still want to do for the next time. Well, first of all, I'm going to need to go all the way to the back. Because what I have done here to vent, you know, that is not done. Is done. Oh, wait, it's not done there. No, it is not. Why does the phone vibrate? Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, well.
All right,
Yeah, I'm not.
I am stumped now.
My sister sent me an image
Oh
of
no.
a band that is going to be playing at an event. An event she's going to, and I'm probably not going because, yeah, I would have to go. How did this end up here? 10,000 in cash in a box. But the band, The Longest Johns, is a pretty good band, and I have one of their CDs. And apparently they're playing at Castlefest here in the Netherlands. But yeah, the 31st of July. Wait, it's on a Thursday. Let's see how we're gonna vent this space here. The easiest thing would be to tap into these 2 lines here. Wait, couldn't I just make like 20, if I make like 4 wide, couldn't I do 23? So if I do like this, and then from here, I'm also just still waiting for a response to my job applications. Like, I hope to hear some stuff, especially from especially from a train company. Because of course I would apply to a job at a train company. What do you expect from me? I like trains. There we go. Now we have venting in this space. But if I get as soon as I get a response from companies that want me, or because the thing is, right, I have at some point left my, like, I went to that mix and match event, right, as one of the only ones from our school. Like the only one, like I was genuinely surprised that not more people went. Like, I would have definitely thought that more people would go, right?
Wait, where?
To that mix and match event a while ago. For jobs.
Yeah, were you actually the only one?
From our class, yes. Like a couple from the electrical engineering class. Oh boy. Like a couple from the electrical engineering class went as well, but I did not see them at all.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. I would have definitely thought that more people would go to that one of those events because they do have. They did have a lot of companies there. Even some companies.
What the fuck?
What?
Okay, so I get distracted. I was like, I was building my statue. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to this village and check the chest.
Yeah.
This chest says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 obsidian and a diamond.
Yeah. That's a pretty good chest.
I thought they could only have a maximum of 2, but is that only in ruined portals?
I have no idea. All I know is I've vented more rooms so I can pump in more water.
Right.
Like, the flow first drops down massively.
Oh shit, she's online. Wait.
Oh.
Wait, will she respond though? That's the next question.
You could just get a response saying, oh, whoops.
How funny would it be if she bans me instead?
Eh.
I don't know if you can you see if somebody does that?
Like, report or ban? Ban from what? You cannot get, like, banned from
Whatever,
Discord?
blocked.
I'm not sure if you can see if you're blocked with somebody. I think you can. I mean, I have blocked multiple people on Discord because, well, of course you have people that just want to talk and then... Like, a lot of people that want to talk often suffer from the same thing, which is advertising.
Yeah.
Like, on my Discord, I do say that you can always text me if you have trouble or need something. You
Yeah,
know,
but when you
just...
say need something, you don't
Or not...
mean money.
No. Like, if you just need somebody to talk to or anything, you can always just message me. If I respond depends on if I'm asleep or not. That's a big thing. Like, if I'm asleep, I'm not going to respond to you. That should be pretty obvious. Yeah.
I'm just gonna give her a little bit to see if she responds, and if not, I'm gonna just for the funny tell her I'm gonna report your ass, and then I'm gonna report her ass.
Report or block?
Both. Wait, if you report, does it not immediately also block?
Probably. Like, ooh, it all of a sudden went up. Oh, now it goes down again. And it goes up again. And then it goes down again. It's hopefully going to be more consistent, but... we're going to have to figure that one out. And also I might want to add more pumps. If I'm going to have a scuttle, like, I'm going to have to make a room. Wait a second, I can probably, if I press home and go all the way to the bottom of the ship. Like, all the way over here. Home. I think I might be able to make a room in here somewhere in the front where it's just for pumps. Pumps that will flood the ventilation system with water. Like, it will automatically shut down the, it will automatically shut down everything. Like, air cannot get into the system anymore. Only water gets in. Then, after that, all the air gets pushed out and only water enters. Let me actually open up this room. See about this. 2.0. Let me close this door. Yeah, it's only pushing in 2. I feel like I'm suffering from the fact that air gets compressed and it doesn't get pulled out at all. It just gets pushed in. Like, if it didn't get pushed in and just got... if it didn't get pulled out and... words are difficult. If it does get pulled out as well, you start seeing a more efficient transfer. Because right now, I'm still pushing everything in. I'm pushing I'm forcing fluid in and nothing out, which means air gets pressurized. It does have a chance to vent out, but I'm not sure how well. So I guess we're gonna continue on fixing stuff and making stuff. Because, you know, I can't sit here for half an hour just waiting for this to flood. But I can also work on getting these rooms that have been made. Then we're gonna work on... oh, Jim, we have another one. Bam.
Where do we go? Where do we go? Oh, you're already doing it.
Report. Spam. Scam.
Yeah.
Selling views. Alright, Twitch. Well, time to like the accounts get created immediately. Can I not? Can I actually put a hold on chat settings?
The only thing I would ever see myself hire an artist for is if I ever someday for some reason decide that I want to be a VTuber, because I've seen videos before of people like making those rigs.
You're not gonna
I'm
learn.
not gonna deal with that.
You're not gonna learn Blender.
No, because I hate the 3D model thing. But the 2D ones, they have like so many little joints to allow for all the movement.
Well, I mean, not only they have the mouth, which if
Yeah,
you
no, you
just
have
have a
much.
mouth that kind of opens and closes, then it could possibly work. Like that's only one. Those are already two joints, right? Just those two are already two joints. Just the lips.
Yeah.
But that is
Well,
if you just have the mouth opening a little bit, or just open at one point. But
no,
you have
that's
your
not
mouth
entirely true, actually.
like that's just if you want like one. If you just want the two lips to be moving up and down.
Yes and no.
But it's not
Because
just.
sometimes you use multiple drawings for things.
Yeah, but in like if you just want it like that, you have to already use two joints. But you also
Yeah.
have the O sound. So then you already need like two extra joints for the ends of your mouth, which move
Yeah.
together. So you have that added on top. Alright, this is going to be the pump room for that system. So we're going to have pump. We're going to use a couple of large pumps. This is the flute. This is the flute out. This flute in. I can only use 3 of them right there. What if I do this, then this? Those are 4 pumps that are going to connect to each other. They're going to all connect to one. The fluid out. And that is going to then be added. And this room is so insignificant, I'm going to use a physics flutter. Just to keep the thing, just to keep this ship a little bit safer, you know? Just make it a tiny little bit better. And then we have to somehow connect it to the correct line. Oh wait, it's right there. So I'm gonna go to this block. Because I think it is the top line that is in. Yep, this is the line. So TPs go all the way up. And then pull it across. There we go. Ooh, that is gonna add a little bit more weight to the front of the ship because there is a... Yeah, they're all around here. Oh, well. Port. Couple of ports. Oh, wait. Symmetry mode. Yeah, the funny thing is you don't see it even. So I could get away, hopefully, with a liquid release valve. There we go. So only liquids are allowed into these pumps.
Am I allowed to call this person pathetic?
You mean the one that went to you for advertising?
Yeah, Elsa, yeah.
You know, I think she needs to let it go.
I could I could say that. I could say that.
Although that might sound too, yeah, too rough with,
Why would you care?
because it is still a person with feelings,
Is it?
not a complete piece of shit human.
How do you know that? You don't know if this is a psychopath who just happens to be able to draw.
A psychopath happens to be able to draw.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. Oh, this. Hold on, I'm. This feels kind of sneaky.
What?
Well, I have a button that is kind of invisible. So you have this button aims right here, but you don't see it from the outside. In the meantime, it connects to 4 pumps, which connects to the which connects to an outside system, or connects to some pumps on the outside. And because there are no directions on this, this will now flood a lot quicker because I'm forcing 4 large pumps to pump, like 2 pumps pump into another 2 pumps, which is a lot of pressure, forcing through pipes that then exit a lot of water. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I just made this ship flood a lot quicker. If I go down a little bit more, here. Like, you have this, all of a sudden, this extra room. And if I press this button, it should force water. And because it's at the bottom of the ship, yeah, see, 20 liters per minute? Excuse me? That's a lot of liters per minute. I wonder how many of these large rooms flood. I'll go all the way to the... No, I need to go to the back. To these rooms. Because here you can actually see into the shower thing. Like, it is forcing water in just about now. And you can already see the pressure increasing and the seawater level increasing as this is slowly, surely. But now this bottom room is flooding the quickest because it is simply because of the source. Like, where does the water push from? Hello. The ceiling is up. That what's up? That also means that this room.
Hello. Whoa, we have that's a username right there.
I have a problem.
Why?
The physics flood the logic room as well because they are now connected to each other. And you cannot enter a room that is flooded with physics. Like, this room is supposed to be one solid room. But because of these, all I need to do is place 2 blocks and it's fixed. Now I'm gonna start venting the staircase. Because I want to vent that staircase. So, like, wait a second. 20F.
What is that?
20F. Yeah, you want to know the funny thing? That is surprisingly accurate.
I don't know what it is. Why is the text purple in that message?
I don't know, could be a clip that has been created. But the annoying thing is, I am running at 20 FPS because for some reason, this ship, like this thing, is a behemoth with a with a partially detailed interior. And apparently my PC is not liking me also recording this. Wait, hold on. What? Let me actually see, because that could be an indicator of what I might need to upgrade in the future. Why is my War Thunder client? Oh. Oh, I feel stupid now. Oh, God. Oh, you better.
Open?
I was like, what is taking so much of my CPU?
You should just have War Thunder running.
Yeah, I had War Thunder running.
Kid idiots.
Immediately, it should be more stable now. Like, yeah, it is a lot more. I was like, what is running in the background? What program can I terminate to make it go? Turns out, I could very easily close War Thunder, and then it works.
Yeah.
Staircases.
I should really play around with those shader mods that Yoran sent me.
I thought you were about to really play War Thunder.
No. No, I got Armored Core for that.
That's still 20 FPS, but it's a lot smoother. It's a lot more consistent now. I feel stupid now.
Look, it may be 2 frames per second, but at least it's consistent 2 frames per second.
Like my sim racing, consistently shit. Which in sim racing is...
And if I've learned anything from Gordon Ramsay, it's that consistency is important.
Yeah. Also, if you ever find yourself sim racing again, which would be pretty rare.
Yeah, this is maybe you should buy a lottery ticket, Joe. I think
yeah, if that were to ever happen.
If this is the kind of expectation you have.
Well, consistency is key.
Yeah.
To sim racing. If you want, like, I found out that if you can sim, like, you don't even have to set the fastest lap times. But if you, especially in the beginning. Yes.
Yeah, I've played enough Mario Kart to know how important that is.
Yeah, but with sim racing especially, if you can just stay out of trouble and just consistently prevent yourself from spinning out, you will find yourself in surprisingly high positions. Like, you can sometimes get a podium by just...
Wait.
Oh, I feel pain. I feel French bread. I feel French bread. Guess who had symmetry mode turned off? It's kind of good, actually, because, well... We are venting there and there.
Drew, why is there a reward to time out everybody?
Wait, like everybody?
Time out somebody else, it says.
That's just somebody else. It means you can just say, oh,
yes.
You watching. You are not watching anymore.
But it costs 3,000, considering I have 13.5 thousand.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to try and get a sponsor for the drinking stream.
Yeah, that's what I was actually gonna do right here. There you go.
Well, luckily, I do have to find a piece of paper again. Where is it? There it is. I have a piece of paper with a bunch of marks on it that indicate how many drinks I still have to do.
Like how many, like how full is the paper right now?
I can show it on stream, actually.
Yeah.
This is the piece of paper I'm talking about here. I'm not sure how
And
well you
there's
can
gonna
see it. I should probably
well, there's gonna be a delay on it.
Yeah, but... Oh, oh, oh no. Oh. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, I kind of hold my hand. I kind of have to hold my hand. Ugh. Come on, move behind it so it's clear, so it sees my face.
That's
But
worse.
you can see how many tally marks are on there.
Yeah.
It is incredible. But I feel like if I am consistently if I'm words again, if I'm consistent enough with, you know, viewership, or not viewership, but with drinks. Oh yeah, this boat will. Considering it's the length of the building thing, like the actual length. Like, I cannot make this boat longer, and it's quite wide. It will and it has a lot of rooms, which means a lot of doors. It will kill low NPCs, yeah. My response to that, get a better PC. Yeah, the thing is, because I was planning to make every single room detailed in this. It does kind of mean that I will have to... wait, is this underneath some stairs? Yes. If I want to make this interior fully detailed, I don't have really have space for a physics flutter. Like, I can't really flood the physics if every single thing is...
Wait. A physics flutter.
Yeah, it floods an entire
Does it literally get
space.
rid of physics?
Yes, in that room. You cannot enter that room anymore.
What the fuck?
Yep, it is.
Why?
It is a pathetic attempt from the creators of Stormworks to kind of say, we don't have to optimize our game anymore.
Wait, really?
Not sure, but it sure seems like it.
No, it was very funny.
Because I still think that... yeah. I still feel like game studios should focus a lot more on optimization of their games. Because not everybody needs to have a 4060 Ti in their desktop to run games like Stormworks and then use the bigger creations.
Yeah.
I did see,
Like...
by the way, on the Stormworks subreddit, a post that I enjoyed. It was somebody that was playing a version of Stormworks before version 1. Like, from when before a lot of things were added. Like, sure, all the pipes, like pretty much all these wedges and like this is necessary, but like tank tracks are fine. The door stuff and everything, the extra props, train wheels are fun to mess around with, but not entirely necessary. Or at least with the steam thing, the rockets. But like I've rarely seen people use the mining equipment, like the drills and everything. Like, not a lot of people use that. And it just kind of messes with me a little bit. Also, why do I keep getting Discord messages from people while streaming?
I don't know.
Like, I'm live, I'm not gonna respond to them.
Or
Right,
maybe they don't know.
Let's... Well, Discord kind of says it.
Yeah, sometimes it does.
Like, see, now I can enter this room and I couldn't before. Wait, is that... Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Hundreds of liters per second worth of water coming into this room. Oh, that seems painful. Like hundreds of liters of water. Well, let's press F1. Let's see. Performance, we're running at 44 FPS. Physics are at... Oh, physics are at 25 FPS, and the ocean is also 25 FPS. Logic's also 25 FPS. Like, eh. At least it's not too bad. Like, I used to play... When I first started playing this game, I was playing this game on my first ever laptop. That laptop was a crappy Lenovo with like 4 gigs of RAM. It was absolute garbage. Perfect for school use, nothing else. And I played Stormworks on it. It was running at 1 or 2 FPS. It was basically playing the game in slow motion. But this is slowly starting to take air in because compression. If I open this up, it should stop that. Like, this room will now flood. Like, in this room are 4 pumps, like 4 large pumps that are just forcing air. So I might want to look at those Discord messages because TwitchCon. That's why I'm streaming on Thursday instead of. Oh, seriously?
Yes.
We missed it?
Seriously.
Well, apparently we missed something when I was in London.
Why?
We missed James Gin. While we were at the IKEA there. Because in London there's new IKEA at Oxford Street. Like in the center of London they have IKEA now. The restaurant is super busy, as expected. But James Gin is from James May, which you may know from Top Gear. You know that dude. Also known as Captain Slow.
All I've seen from Top Gear is them putting a food on a motor engine.
Oh, the V8
Like
blender.
on the engine of a car, and then just driving the car until it's hot, and then feeding it to Gordon Ramsay.
Only the cooking.
And
Sad.
Gordon Ramsay taking them to somewhere and eating like a cow's penis or something.
So you do not know about the V8 blender?
No.
It was when Jeremy Clarkson connected a V8 to a blender and then put multiple inedible objects together into it. Let it turn the V8 on, blended everything. And then James May actually took a sip and called it the bloody awful.
That's pretty funny because, Gordon actually got them to eat, or at least one of them, to eat like something's penis. I don't remember what it was, but it was pretty big. And he himself could not keep it in.
Well, it'd probably be James. Yeah, I think. Yeah. But you should watch more. You should watch more Top Gear, like the general. Like from the BBC era, because like from 2002 to 2015, that's when that trio was at the BBC. And they did heinous things to food as well as to cars. And after 2015, Jeremy Clarkson got fired after punching a producer, which it was already kind of, the BBC is not really known for their tolerance to bullshit. And the entire program was bullshit, but it was incredibly popular because of that. which then it ended up changing presenters a bunch, and I think in 2023 a major accident happened with one of the presenters rolling a three-wheeled Morgan without a helmet, and after that they kind of stopped Top Gear entirely. And even Jeremy Clarkson has said that a program like Top Gear is, especially these days, necessary because of electric cars. Like electric cars, they are new. Nobody really knows what to do with them, and there's no car program to kind of explain them. We don't know.
Can we just get a return of the good version of Checkpoint? You know, like when they cut a hole in the floor of a car to see if you could add a toilet in a car and like use it properly.
Well, you could, I feel like, if you do it properly.
Yeah, they did.
If you buckle up.
It was very impractical, but they did.
Well, not only... Well, I was about to say it would stink, but it wouldn't.
No, because it just fell out onto the road under the car.
Yeah, but you have the road noise that you have to deal with.
Yep.
Amongst other things. Oh, wait, everything's connected to this room as well, because the staircase isn't shut yet. Also, let me open up this room, which is now vented. As you can see, there is
like, that
water.
thing that you see in Home Alone where he like heats up the doorknob and then on the outside it like fries the guy's hand. Can we do that? And they just like get like a what do you call that thing? Like a fryer, like a, yeah, I guess it's just called a fryer, like an oil fryer, you know?
Like a deep fryer.
They get the yeah. They get the heat element from that. Like they get it hot. They hang it on the door. And then on the other side, like a few minutes later, on the other side, they put a bacon on it and it actually started grilling.
Yeah. Metal heats up.
Yeah.
That's what metal does. Also, I'm starting to see actual air escaping through these ports. Like, it's still entering through here, I think, but it's exiting through here. Which means that this system actually works now. Like, I am actively sinking my own ship. Very slowly. Wait, there's another small room here. Like, how much is this getting? Like, this is actually getting a little bit of water. In the meantime, this floor... If I go into the logic room again... Like, it is actively pushing air or water out. One of the two. Like, it started incredibly quick because it's the shortest path. Like, the pumps are behind here. And now there's more and more air getting pushed out of this. I think also some water, but... Wait, it also means water gets pushed out here. Like, everything is kind of connected to each other, and the only part where air can't escape... Or water can't escape, I mean... is at the top here, at the helm. Behind here. Like, only air escapes through here. So yeah, air is currently getting pushed out of all tubes. Like, I think this one is pretty much filled with water. This one is now slowly starting to have more air pushed through it instead of water. The 4 pumps are still pumping because the battery is still full. And this ship is going down. Like, this area should be flooding as well. This room doesn't have any air conditioning as well. I do like to go to the back of the ship, purely because you can actually see what kind of, how much water goes in here, and how much goes into here. Like, it's actually losing air at the moment. Yeah, apparently we just missed James Gin while we were in London. Because IKEA is honestly still a pretty good restaurant. Like, what other restaurants are there? Or stores where you can basically buy an entire house worth of furniture at a pretty decent price. Like, IKEA has decent pricing. It's not like everything's really like, yeah, you can go for the really expensive stuff. But I mean, I got an IKEA air filter because I realized that my room can get incredibly dusty. Right now, it's still in a box because or still in my closet because we're gonna be moving soon, which means I'm gonna have to possibly move streams around again. Or if we're gonna be moving during a weekend, I could do my stream on Friday, pack everything up on Saturday, install it Saturday or Sunday, maybe do the fine tuning on Monday and Tuesday, and done. Also, I'm thinking of moving my PC up to on top of my desk instead of underneath, like right now. Because right now I have my. I'm gonna add more pumps. I want more pressure. I want more quick flooding. But right now I have my. Ooh, yes. I'm smart about this. I can add more pumps. Because I would like to continue my streams. Wait, is this the out bit? Yeah, that's the fluid out. So we actually want to put it there. Or is this the in? Yeah, that's the in port. There we go. Now if we do this again. We now have 6 pumps connected to one little pipe. This is gonna force a whole lot of water through it at once. Like, this is gonna just massively increase the amount of water that's gonna be pumped through. There we go. Then we do the logic. This is gonna be even more framey once I'm starting to actually add logic to it. All of them are connected. Battery, where is it connected to this one? That one. Save it. Don't forget to save. If you forget to save, it messes things up. Whee. And I'm now in a room. Like, here you see everything stabilize. Like, you see just everything starts to get to get to 1 atmosphere. How will six pumps go? I'm not sure if I've actually connected it correctly, but we'll see. Oh wow, you can actually hear it. Let's open this. Let's see how much. Actually, before I need to actually check out. I'm doubting myself if I've actually connected it correctly. Oh. Well, that's weird. There we go. It should be like that. Yeah, everything's connected correctly. Yeah, I was only using 6 pumps instead of 4. Now I'm using 12 pumps. Yes, this will flood. Also, I just realized I can probably... Where's my staircase? I think right here. If I'm smart, what I'll do is save space and make rooms smaller. Why did it do that? Is I'll use a physics flooder and flood the physics underneath the stairs. Like make an enclosed space out of this and then flood the area with physics. Trying to gain some more couple more FPS here. Because right now it only has to do this area. Like I won't do it underneath here because here you have the 2 ports. Which actually, wait, I could. I just realized I could flood this with physics as well if I'm simply lazy and just move these out here. Grab normal ports and connect. Connect that. Nope, don't do. Then shove this like that. This will also mean that this entire place will flood quicker. Right now we already have 2 areas that mean less pain on the entire... Means this ship is going to be more friendly towards low-end PCs, or any PC in general. Because this area will not be accessible. And I'm going to be shoving a door here as well. So now the ship has more ventilation, more flooding, which is the most important thing about a ship in Stormworks. Because why else would you have a ship in Stormworks if you're not going to flood it? Like, what's the point of a Stormworks ship if it isn't sinking it? All right, how many? This is already pushing more fluid through.
Okay. So I'm just like I'm thinking about my children's story idea again, right?
Oh boy.
And I was just like, let's just see, here's like a very vague idea. Just to see what kind of vibe this could have. I you know, I go to ChatGPT and I'm just like, hey, write me a quick scene just to see what it could be like.
Yeah.
And since it's a children's book, of course the main character is gonna be a child.
Makes
And
sense
I
so
like the
far.
fact that he then calls another character a kid,
Yeah.
even though he's only 1 year older. He's 11 years old.
Jim, don't you know that if you're even 1 year older, you're vastly superior? You are the bigger brother. You should, you should know that. That just because you're older, you are vastly superior to your little brothers. I guess water is going through here as well. Like, of course, air is exit 1.6. Like, you can actively hear the pumps going and pushing water through the system. A system that's only supposed to have air. See, it is pushing a lot of 180 liters a second through this area. Let's open up the staircase here. Then, yep, you already see this is pushing out 140 liters. While only taking... Like, it should mean that below here, there should be water in the bottom of the staircase now. The staircase does feel a lot more cramped, but... And it's actually locked in, like, there's a lot less space here now. Even now you're noticing, because of the pressure that's built up in here, you will notice that, like, this is pushing air or water in at 1.6 atmosphere. So that is like 1.6 times the pressure you're experiencing right now. Was in exiting at 1. So slowly but surely the water is going to be pushing less because of the amount of air that's in here that has to escape through the top, which will... See, oh, they are pushing out a lot of... Please tell me it's increasing a little bit. Oh, it's slowing down. That's not nice. Like, for example, if we go back into these rooms, and we take a look at the air, the water. It's... Wait, minus? Why not plus? Is it taking air out of this because it's being pushed? Like, this is getting a little bit of seawater, but it's kind of not enough right now. Even though we are pushing a lot of water right now, it is still... There's a lot of pipe it has to fill. Like, it is filling this room up, but it's being fought by this. Means that this is slowly flooding this room. In the meantime, this room is getting a little bit of water. As long as there's fluid exiting this space, it should be fine. And how is this room doing?
I just had a really dumb idea.
What?
I already mentioned, right? Like, I want to have like occult references,
Yeah.
and I'm considering putting it in the, well, not in the Roman Empire, but inspired by that. I could I could make the main characters like people.
Also,
A stand-in for the Jews.
also, want to know the response time of Twitch today from when I
Hmm?
reported when I reported another spammer for another newly made
Two
account for
minutes.
advertising? I've received the report at 21. Right, they've received it on 21:30. They've actioned on it 21:31.
Yeah, I said 1 minute.
And we wanted to let you know that we have reviewed your safety report and determined that a violation of terms of service, community guidelines, and or in some regions, local law occurred. As a result, enforcement actions have been taken which may include removal of the related content. Reported against attached Asian UMS 7 IC8 IRC.
But
I should still at some point go to the Twitch headquarters. Because they are at 350 Bush Street. The problem is, that's in California. And I'm not going to the US within these 4 years.
you don't know that.
I know that.
Why do you know that?
Because I'm not going to the US when a literal...
Oh, actually, yeah, that's fair.
When a carrot is president, I'm not going there because I will
Did
probably
you actually also talk about wanting a third
third
period?
term. Yeah.
Which I don't think is legally possible there.
It isn't. Also, fun thing. If I go to the US, would I be allowed in or would I not be allowed in?
As a tourist, yes.
Well, they have already turned away tourists. Like they were
Really?
just, yeah. Like they can with no rhyme or reason. They can just say, all right, well, you have to go again. So if you want to go to this, you have to make sure you are white and yeah, that's pretty much it. Although with my arm, they might think, we don't want him here. Although I am as white as a piece of paper, so should be fine, right? It is actually pulling more and more out, and I'm not sure it's just air that's being pushed out. I think it's also water that's slowly but surely being pushed away here. And it's slowly but surely, like, the lines out, I think, are also filling with water. I mean, sure, we're getting a massive increase in air that's being pushed away. Like, this is all air. I think I've now come to the point where I've waited long enough so that this ship is starting to exhaust all the air in the boat and actually allows water in. So the water that's entering goes into the rooms. Right here it's exhausting a lot still. 341 liters per second? That's a lot of liters per second. And where is it all ending up? I'm not sure. I cannot see the water yet. In the meantime, the engine room is probably not getting a lot of water. If I open up this door, well, not only are those doors slow, because we are running at a solid 50 FPS with 20 FPS worth of logic. It is pulling a vacuum? Why is it pulling a vacuum with this? Eh? Why is... Hold on. Hold the phone. Why is this end almost taking an entire liter a second worth of air out of this system when it should be taking water in? It should be pushing water in. Right now, it just sped up. It's taking more air. Does that mean that this is gonna push out even more? If I open up, if I go into the staircase. The staircase is very pressurized right now. Let's actually see how... hide and unpause. Yeah, we are slightly lower, but it is going really slowly. So let's actually start working on this system here. With a cryo cooler. Let's actually install one. Like B in, A in, B in, B out. So that's pretty much gonna have to go up here. What if I bring that over here and just do this?
Anyway. But would that be a dumb idea if I make that a stand-in for the Jews?
What?
Considering, well, like the main character's people. If they're like against the Roman Empire, or not, it's not actually the Roman Empire, but the Roman Empire. Mainly because I kind of plan on their god not on drawing their god like Baphomet.
Jim, have you considered this very important thing that can happen called therapy?
Why would I need therapy for this? For the other things, maybe.
Like, just in general, have you ever considered it?
Out of curiosity, yeah.
Oh.
I still don't see how that applies to this.
Just... I don't know, just... Have you considered it at some point?
Yeah, yeah, as I say, just out of curiosity to see what it would be like.
So not to probably get to see what's wrong with you?
I know what's wrong with me. I have ADHD, I have autism.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm a bit too obsessed with psychology.
A bit useful.
Without actually really knowing anything about... Well, that's not true, but, like...
A bit, you say? Like, just a bit?
I'm afraid in terms of my psychology knowledge, remember that graph that Oscom showed with, like, how much you know and your confidence in that knowledge?
Yeah.
I feel like I am right at the peak of that of that graph right now.
Where you don't really have any knowledge of it, but you think you have, so you...
Yeah, I'm afraid that's where I am.
Well, at least you are... at least you have knowledge about yourself. That you know that you're in that position.
I don't know if I'm in that position. I think I am.
Yeah, but thinking it already is...
Yeah.
Wait, could I... Yeah, this is the anchor room. I need to sneeze. Funny thing is, just my mom sneezing and I had to sneeze. Same with yawning. You hear one person yawning and I immediately have to yawn as well. But I'm gonna write down what I'll have to do still.
Alright, I am about to go to bed because I do need to work tomorrow. What? I chose that myself. I could have asked for it to be free, but I didn't care enough.
You're gonna work 5 days this week, or
No, because I wasn't at work today.
so you shifted your free day from Friday to Thursday, or Monday to
But
Thursday.
we're already free on like this. Everyone is free today, Jules.
Oh yeah,
For the people in your chat who were wondering why we are free, yeah, no, it makes no sense. It's called Hemelfart,
Bart.
aka Sky. No. Basically, it's the day Jesus went to heaven. Why are we free on that day? I have no idea.
Are we gonna complain about it? No.
But I'll make it stupider. Most people also take tomorrow off.
Yeah,
Even
because
though that's not even actually a holiday, people just take the day off.
yeah, but it makes sense to take that day off
Yeah, I guess, but
for a
I don't know,
simple
it's so
reason.
weird. Like, why do we have a second Christmas day?
Uh, Jim, are you seriously gonna be complaining about days off?
Why do we have a second Easter day? No, I'm not complaining about it. It's just weird.
It may be weird, but I'm definitely not gonna complain because
Wait, actually, don't they? Wait, now that I think about it, aren't there 2 Christmas days everywhere?
I think so. Not sure.
But we are definitely the only ones with 2 Easter days.
Rooms need to be added.
Because like Easter is always on a Sunday, and then we were like, we kind of
Anchors.
want that Monday off.
Lights, which I'm gonna put on a clock. I
But
think I
anyway,
actually have
what
a.
that means is that it is time for me to call this person pathetic before blocking them.
I have automatic lights
So
that
how do I call them pathetic in the funniest way?
with a very long and sophisticated message.
Well, let me get Weiss for this. If we want sophisticated. I could even start off the thing with like, "Hey, I got my AI to write this for you."
But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna deafen myself real quick and press a button. Because I'm gonna press a button that says ending soon. Why is my camera not working on this one? Things in video broadcast, I have to set it to... Like, the thing is, right? If I want to fix my camera, I just have to refresh the source. But yeah, this stream is basically another trying to get my ship to sync. And some small changes, because apparently like trying to sync my ships. Kind of boring, I guess. Yeah, if you like what you saw, maybe want to see more, maybe something different, make sure to let me know. And either through chat, through Discord, which you can join through !Discord or channel descriptions everywhere. You can also rewatch this on YouTube if you want to see some stuff, some other stuff, like the moment I realized that I had War Thunder still left open. Pain. And then wondered why my game was so slow. So yeah. Next stream will be Wednesday. I may put another stream in between. I'm not sure yet. Which will be for, well, a post TwitchCon stream just for the fun of it. Because then I will have random motivation, which I might abuse or make use of actually. But yeah, with all that said, I hope everybody has a very pleasant couple of, like, half a weekend, weekend, and also a very good evening, night, morning, or afternoon. And that's all from me. I'm gonna press a button. But before I'm going to say goodbye,